All right. Hello and welcome, folks. Thank you so much for joining Jenny and myself for a tag team tapping. As as I have mentioned in some places, this was an idea that I've been playing with for some time, and my good friend Evan Gregor was thinking of the same thing, and we thought, let's move forward with this. And he came up with the name Tag Team Tapping, which I thought was perfect. So you'll be able to find the tag team tappings at tagteamtapping.com. And for those of you out there who are tappers, um, you will, that's something that hopefully you'll look into doing as well, because the whole purpose of this is to get tapping out there even more, because those of us who tap know it's awesome. It makes a big difference. And it could potentially save the world. So, so that's why we're trying to spread it. And so at tagteamtapping.com, you'll see instructions about how, if you want to do that. But today we are here to tap on the fear of being seen, and can't think of a better partner to do that with than my dear friend Jenny Clift, who is a fantastic tapper and also a fantastic concert violinist, and has spent a fair few hours on stage in front of people, doing something very difficult in front of a lot of people. So, thanks for being here, Jenny.
Thanks for having me, Brad. It's lovely to be here.
Well, it's fun to do this together.
hmm hmm
So so for everyone, we all have gifts and talents to share. And, for most of us anyway, sharing our gifts and talents means being seen, at least at some level, even if we're not on camera or on stage, our name has to be out there. People have to know about us. And for many of us, because of past programming, that feels scary. It feels dangerous. It's like I'm only safe if nobody knows that I exist, if I'm totally off the grid. But being totally off the grid, you can't share your gifts and talents. So that's what we want to do here today. Just noticed my shirt. Yes, I'm wearing my Bowie shirt because to me, David Bowie is sort of the patron saint of willingness to show up and be seen in a bold way. So let's start by closing our eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. And now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed, go ahead and feel your feet on the floor or whatever part of you is connected to something. Allow yourself to feel that connection. Allow yourself to feel centered and grounded. Allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour. Just following your breath through your body, just allow yourself to be aware of what's going on inside, noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally. Maybe just check in with how you're doing right now. Scale of 0 to 10. If 10 is awesome, living your best life and feeling like the best version of yourself, just notice where you are on that scale and do not judge yourself harshly if the number is lower than a 10. And if it's at a 10 already, what would it take to go up to 11? And and think about being on stage, however that is for you, whether that's literally on stage if you're a performing artist, or a speaker, a coach of some sort, that where you part of your work would ideally be on stage, or just whatever being on stage means for you in terms of having a larger platform online, or a larger client list, whatever that might be. And as you imagine that, check in again. Notice how you feel physically and how you feel emotionally. Just following your breath flowing through your body and noticing what's going on in there. and notice where there might be some discomfort. Notice where it shows up in your body. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how much discomfort might come up. Allow yourself to be aware of any thoughts, beliefs, or memories about why this isn't safe, what that fear is about. And just allowing yourself to be aware of what's going on in there. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And so, Jenny, why don't you start us off with some tapping to clear that fear of being seen?
Yeah, excellent. Let's do it. And I love this. This is such a good topic because here I am being seen, and we're going to do some tapping. I think for me and for so many people, one of the things that gets in our way is the messages that we got as we were growing up. Certainly things like don't stand out, or no one likes a show off, or, let the other kids have a turn. I seem to remember tapping on this, you and I, way back, Brad, when
That sounds familiar. Yes,
it
I
does,
recall
doesn't it?
that.
Yeah, yeah. So I would like, just everyone just take a moment to think about the kind of messages that you got and that have stopped you from that freedom to be seen, and noticing any kind of resistance or fear or doubt that comes up. And then let's do a little bit of tapping to clear some of those messages. Alrighty, so yeah, starting on the side of the hand. Okay. Even though I've absorbed these messages.
And just for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep silent, but always, I always encourage folks say the words out loud for more emotional engagement.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Okay, so even though I've absorbed these messages around being seen and heard, and they have shaped the way I show up in the world, I choose to acknowledge them with kindness and compassion. Even though I've felt held back, afraid of standing out, really worried about judgment, I honor all of my feelings, and I'm open to releasing this fear. Even though visibility has often felt unsafe or really uncomfortable at times, maybe I'm ready to shift this story and step into my power. Okay, let's go around the points. All those messages telling me to stay small. I was given the message that being seen was downright dangerous or embarrassing or selfish. No wonder I've hesitated in putting myself out there. It makes sense that I've felt resistance. And I've carried these beliefs for so long. And they still show up when I'm trying to be more seen and heard. What if people judge me? What if I get it wrong? What if it's really not safe to be seen? But what if I didn't have to hold on to those messages? I am not the child who first heard them. I'm not the person who once believed them. I get to rewrite this story. Maybe it is safe for me to be seen now. Maybe I can show up fully and still be okay. And maybe the world needs to hear what I have to say. I choose to know that I'm safe being more seen and heard. I am allowed to take up space. I'm allowed to be heard. I release this fear of being seen as I step into my confidence. I choose to show up fully as myself, trusting that the right people will welcome my voice. I embrace my visibility with ease and joy. I'm ready to be seen, heard, and valued. Okay, so stop tapping and just take a deep breath. Yeah, and see how that lands. Okay, over to you, Brad. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, I'll allow myself to be seen again here. Uh, that was awesome, Jenny. Thank you. So, yeah, everyone, close your eyes, take a deep breath, go inside, and following your breath through your body. Just again, imagine yourself on stage, whatever that means for you, however you could be seen, and notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how uncomfortable it might feel. And hopefully it feels a whole lot more comfortable now. And allow yourself to be aware of any other thoughts about why not. When you think about being seen by more people or being seen more deeply by some people. Because sometimes, even in our personal lives, it could be, well, I'm in a relationship, but I don't tell them everything, and afraid to be seen amongst friends or family. So there's all kinds of levels of where we resist being seen. So just feel in your body where there are parts of you that still might say it's not safe, and feel free to jot that in the comments here. Oh, we got friends from all over the place. I see you already noticed there's somebody from Madrid. um, PEI. Hey, Barb. Um, Hungary, London, Rochester, Northern California, where I am, Washington State. Awesome. Yeah. So the feeling of not good enough. Yeah. And that's a huge one in so many areas of our lives. The feeling of not being good enough. To me, it's say on Family Feud, number one answer for almost any place where we hold ourselves back is the fear of not being good enough. Um, oh, resist being seen more wealthy. Yeah. Um, and yeah, it's an interesting one because I have so many videos on money, and occasionally I'll get someone who will say, "Well, you're tapping on all this. Are you a millionaire yet?" And there's a part that goes, "I don't want to tell anyone that." Because if I say yes, then are people going to say, "Oh, well, now he's one of this." So it's like, "Oh, okay, I still have some some things there about being seen as successful and wealthy." So too much people don't like it. I'm too much. I feel unsafe of standing out. All right. So close your eyes, take a deep breath. And again, imagine yourself being seen in whatever way that shows up. And say, it's not safe to be seen. And notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong that feels. And now, just still feeling what goes on inside, say, I'm not worthy of being seen. Another way of saying that might be, I'm not fit to be seen. I'm not acceptable. Allow yourself to be aware of any of those words that come up. Allowing yourself to be aware of judgments that you've had in the past where people have said to you, either explicitly or in ways that you interpreted as you're not good enough, you're too much, there's something wrong with you have too little money or too much money, you're this, you're that, whatever it might be. Allowing yourself to be aware of those judgments and notice where you feel those in your body. And ask yourself, what would I need to know to let go of this? And why do I think I need to hang on to this? Just let that rattle around inside. Open your eyes, take a deep breath. And close the chat box so I'm not distracted. We want to be tapping, not typing right now. Even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, because I've been seen in the past and it didn't always go so well. And some mean things were said to me. I was judged. I felt hurt. And I'd prefer not to have that pain again. Thank you very much. And even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might be involved in this, because I choose to be that free. All this fear of being seen, all this fear of judgment, all this fear that it's not safe to be seen because people will judge me. They have in the past. And it really sucked. And I choose to love and appreciate those parts of me that are finding ways to avoid that pain. Sometimes brilliantly. There are ways that I'm avoiding being seen that I can't even see. And it limits me in all kinds of ways. And part of me says, it's worth it. What I'm sacrificing by not being seen is not as painful as the judgment. And I choose to process that. Maybe even change my mind about that. Clearing as much pain as possible from this past judgment. Why does it hurt so much? What did they say that I found so painful? Because people say crazy things all the time. And a lot of it doesn't bother me at all. There are a lot of things that people say that I just ignore or dismiss. Maybe I could do that with these past judgments. If there's anything useful, I can pay attention to that. If someone says, you played that note wrong, that's constructive feedback. If they said you'll never amount to anything, that's nonsense. That's coming from their baggage. And I can say, yeah, that's BS. But do show me how to play that note correctly. I'm releasing what doesn't serve me. All this past judgment, all this past criticism, the things that they said, or the things that I assumed that they said. Sometimes it might have been my own misunderstanding. I may have felt hurt sometimes and mentioned that to someone, and maybe they've said that's not what I meant at all. How many times did I not question it? And they may not have meant what I thought they meant. And even if they meant exactly that, that's still their stuff. I am not legally required to take it on. I can just shrug my shoulders and dismiss it. And if I'm holding on to it, whatever I heard them say, such as I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm too much, I'm not important, whatever I heard, it's only painful if part of me believes it. If they called me a purple Dinglehoff, I could be insulted by that. Or I could take it as a compliment, because I probably don't have any predetermined definition of that. It doesn't resonate. So it's not their words I need to change. I just need to cut the wires to the button they pushed. They are not correct. I mean, I don't do everything perfectly, and I might overdo things sometimes. Those are things that I do at some times, but that's not who I am. I'm not defined by their criticism. And I'm clearing any part of me that I'm clearing any belief that part of me believes that that's Sometimes the words just don't come out right. And that's okay. And I'm willing to be seen screwing up. I love and appreciate those parts of me that have gotten confused and felt defined by their criticisms. And now I choose to release that, especially any belief that I'm not good enough. It's just not true. There are things I can improve, but as a human being, I am inherently good enough, and I'm worthy and deserving of great things. And the universe keeps validating that by giving me oxygen every time I take a breath. The universe keeps saying, yes, you deserve that. I choose to feel more worthy in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside, and be aware of what's going on. Allow yourself to imagine being seen. Think of those expressions. And I know there's a lot of, I mean, there were a lot of different things that we talked about, like the money and stuff like that, that hopefully each person, you held onto those beliefs so that you can, you can tap on what's going on for you, even if Jenna and I don't use those exact words. So with your eyes closed, check in again and say, it's not safe to be seen. And just see if that number has come down. There may be a part of you that's already wanting to run out in the street and say, hey, here I am. Um, just check in and let us know what's going on. What else is coming up? And I'm going to say, go ahead and feel free to be tapping collarbone or different points. So many benefits to tapping, even when we're not saying anything. That hey, why not take this hour or the half hour that we have left to keep clearing stuff? Awesome, Barb. It's good to see you here, Sophia. Great to have you here, David. Everybody. So what things? Or Jenny, if you just have some ideas of some other things that are stirring in your brain, it's like, oh, we should cover this. Then tag, you're it.
Great, thank you. Yeah, that was so beautiful, Brad. And I think, yeah, certainly at some point there, a lot of sadness came up for me. And I think maybe for many of us, this idea of, I'm starting to shift things now, but really because of my fear of being seen or, not wanting to put myself out there, it feels sometimes like there's a lot of regrets or a lot of lost opportunities and everything. And I think maybe if we did just a little bit of acknowledging of that and clearing some of that sadness, if anyone else can relate to that.
Yeah. And if sadness isn't what's coming up for you, just allow yourself to be aware of, okay, here's what I'm feeling uncomfortable, and regardless of the words,
Yep,
you can still keep that in mind and be clearing. So that sounds great,
brilliant.
Jenny. Thank you.
Okay, well let's see what comes up here. Okay. Okay, so even though I've missed out because of being afraid of being seen and heard, I love and accept myself completely. Even though maybe I've lost many opportunities because of my fear, because of what I believed, I love and honor myself completely. Even though I have all these regrets, What if I'd been braver? What if I'd been able to make changes or take opportunities? And even though I'm feeling this sadness right now, or any of these other feelings, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. All this sadness and all those moments when I felt hurt because I felt unseen and unheard, or I felt dismissed. All those times when I felt invisible, or like no one cared what I had to say. And all those times I kept myself small. And it still stings to think about it. I wish I'd known then what I know now. It feels like I wasted so much time. I look around at other people and they seem to be so much further on, doing all those things that I wish I was doing, that I wish I had the courage to do. All these regrets that I feel. And sometimes I feel angry at myself. I should have been braver. I should have been stronger. I should have known better. I can really beat myself up sometimes. And if that helped, I'd be doing really well by now. And I'm just acknowledging all the pain that I have felt over the years. And I'm showing myself some compassion because I know I've done the best I can. And the truth is, I'm not done yet. And now it's time to give myself courage, to be my own cheerleader, and let myself do so much more. I have so much I want to share with the world. And maybe the only person stopping me now is me. Maybe it's time to stop doing that. I choose to feel good about myself right now. Healing from all those times. Allowing any sadness or regret, but also allowing it to process and to tap into my courage and into my confidence. I am so much more than my sadness. I am so much more than my mistakes. I'm so much more than my regrets. And I choose to lean into what I know and to who I am, and even more to who I want to be in the world. Okay, so take a breath. And just see how that landed, how you're feeling, any of those feelings that are still there, or things that are maybe starting to shift just a little bit. Yeah.
Some Awesome. Yeah, it brought up a number of things. Cool. Well, I hope you guys are noticing shifts and allowing that to be more open. So again, with your eyes closed, imagine yourself on stage being seen, whatever that looks like for you. And and let's yeah, so again, say it's not safe to be seen. Let that rattle around, and again, notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong that might be. Not judging it if it's not completely gone yet, just allowing yourself to go, okay, there still might be some things here. Um, oh, there's two thoughts that came up. I'm just going to weave them in together. We're just gonna jump in here. So, sign of the hand. Even though it's not safe to be seen, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though it doesn't feel safe to be seen, because part of me says people won't be interested in me, they won't like me, and they might let me know. And part of me says I couldn't handle that. And even though it still doesn't feel entirely safe to be seen, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who might contribute to this. This remaining fear of being seen. Any remaining fear of being seen. All this fear that some people won't like me. There's absolutely no point in being afraid of that. There's no point in being afraid that people will judge me because it's certain. I will not be right for all 8 billion people on the planet. But I am going to be right for some of them. And how dare I say to those people, I'm not going to let you see me. I'm not going to share my gifts and talent with you because of the other people who won't like me. There are people who do not care for Taylor Swift's music. And she's doing just fine. Thank you very much. She can fill out stadiums around the world. And some people can't stand her songs. No one in the history of this world has been universally loved by everyone. So who am I to be the exception? Of course, not everyone is going to like me. Of course, not everyone's going to be interested in me. So what? And part of me knows this. So it begs the question, Why do I hang on to this fear? Part of me knows that the people who say that I'm not good enough are full of it. If I didn't know that, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. I would be off hiding. I wouldn't try to clear the fear of being seen if I didn't know that that fear wasn't necessary. If I didn't know that the naysayers were full of crap. So why do I hang on to this fear? Maybe it's brilliantly protecting me, not from criticism, but maybe from success. If I allow myself to be on stage, if I allow myself to be seen, yes, people will judge me and criticize me. Other people will appreciate me. They'll applaud me. Some of them will even pay me. And those things feel scary to part of me. I couldn't handle the fame. I couldn't handle the wealth. I know a brilliant way to avoid that. I'll say that I'm afraid of being seen. I'll convince myself that I'm afraid of being seen. And so many other people say they have that fear that no one will even question me. They say that public speaking is the number one fear. What if that's a massive con job? Whatever the fears might be, I'm processing them, I'm releasing them, letting this fear go at a cellular level, releasing it from every fiber of my being, releasing it all the way back through my past, back through all the times in my life where I felt hurt, where I felt afraid, and I tried to find a way to protect myself. And I'm bigger than that. I'm allowing myself to remember the truth. No matter what anyone else might say, I am a magnificent child of the universe, worthy and deserving of love and respect, worthy and deserving of the best this world has to offer. There is nothing that is too good for me. And I have gifts and talents to share. And I don't have to look very far to see that the world could use my gifts and talents. Even if they only benefit a few people. I choose to do the good that I can do in this world. The world cannot afford for me to hide. I'm setting myself free from these fears. I can handle being seen. I might even allow myself to enjoy being seen. I'm setting myself free to be seen in body, mind, and spirit. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, go inside. And again, imagine yourself being seen. Notice any remaining discomfort. And see what's going on in there. Isabel, ciao. I am learning Italian, but I'm not sure if I understand. No, no, it's so to guess that means there's no subtitles in Italian. Sorry. Under closed captions, you should be able to closed captions. There should be Italian. I see Italian there. So you press the CC at the bottom. Um, but yeah, so hopefully you're feeling greater freedom. Yes, Barb, you can enjoy being seen. I know you. I know you've got it in there. Um, and have fun with that. So we get time for one more. Jenny, you want to take us through if you have
Brilliant. I
another
do.
idea of something?
And this is kind of special because it's personal as well, but this is what I call tapping for your visibility supporters. So thinking of someone, a family member, a friend, a colleague, a teacher, a mentor, a tapping coach like Brad, who has encouraged you to become more visible and play bigger and be seen. And this is something that you can spend a little bit of time maybe writing a specific, maybe a specific memory or what you're grateful for, how they helped you, the things that they told you, and what it meant for you as well. And then there's a little bit of tapping to do just to show that gratitude and just to recognize everything that person has done for you. I'm going to say he. Please feel free to, if you're thinking, of someone else, he or she or they, whatever it works for you. All right. So at the beginning, we're just going to start right away at the points, and we just start at the eyebrow point. I'm so grateful to, and just say their name. And I'm going to say Brad because, of course, I am Brad. All right. So I'm so grateful to, and say that person's
You're not
name.
allowed to make me cry on a tag team
Oh,
tapping.
no, no, no crying, Brad. You think of someone else, okay? All right, let's keep going. He inspired me, encouraged me, supported and helped me on my journey to become more visible, to be seen and heard. He challenged me to grow into more of my potential. He had faith in me, even when my own faith was wavering and I was full of fear and doubt. He helped me to see my own value, my own worth, my own gifts and talents. He helped me to stay strong and lifted me up to higher levels. And for that, I will always be grateful to, and say their name. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so just take a couple of deep breaths. Just take a moment to breathe in that feeling of gratitude, support, joy, and truth. Because this is really the energy that we want to be in as we put ourselves out there. And it's the energy that enables us to take action and feel inspired and create and enjoy ourselves, and to allow in opportunities and even magic and miracles, which I always like to be able to access. So that's one that you can repeat daily if you like, with different people or with different people, figures in your life, in the past, the present, even future people. So hopefully that landed.
It did. Thank you.
Thank you, Brad.
And and a great, I mean, thank you. And still do have all those that belief in you, of course. As you said in the past tense, he had it. It's like still has.
No,
Um,
no, I know.
but um,
Mm.
but also a great point about gratitude, attitude of gratitude has been said so many times that people sort of go, yeah, 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 whatever. But truly, truly gratitude for whatever, you know, just noticing the numbers of how many people are watching, it's an angel number. So I always say thank you to my guardian angel every time I see an angel number. And it's just a trigger to express gratitude, um, to be in that state of gratitude, because magic and miracles happen when we are in a place of gratitude. So yeah, we don't have to wait until there's something uncomfortable to tap on, even though this bad thing, whatever. But to just tap, I choose to feel grateful. Sometimes I'll just say, thank you for the blessings I have. Thank you for the blessings I'm receiving. And I'll just repeat that over and over again. Um, and the tapping, and it's not that we're tapping in gratitude, because I saw Michelangelo's David there. It's the who we are at our core is pure love, joy, gratitude. But it's like I'm stating gratitude and I'm just clearing anything that doesn't feel like gratitude. I'm giving myself permission, just in case there is anything that is limiting the extent to which I can be feeling grateful. I want to be letting that go so that I can be in that blissful place. Um, so whatever stops you from feeling gratitude, from feeling joy, and I know through the comments a lot of things that have come up. Shame has come up, and we haven't done any tapping specifically on shame. Go ahead and keep tapping here. Um, uh, there's plenty of tapping videos on shame on YouTube. I have videos on that. You can take any tapping video, any of Jenny's videos, any of my videos, and tap along with whatever, even if the words don't match, you can be tapping on, I feel ashamed of being seen. I'm not worthy of being seen. I have a bunch of videos on being worthy. Type in, go into YouTube search window, type in Brad Yates worthy, and you'll find several videos that I have just on that subject alone. So, continue with that. We're just about the top of the hour. As folks know, I always like to end with a guided imagery, a little bit of hypnosis. I need to throw that word in there because someone had said, but you snap your fingers and give suggestions, and that's hypnosis. And if you don't say that, it's not full disclosure. So there are hypnotic suggestions, all positive, but so that's there. Jenny, hopefully you can hang out for a few more minutes. And I know that some folks may have to. It'll go past the hour. So if you have someplace you have to go at the top of the hour, then hopefully you'll come back and watch the replay and enjoy the guided imagery as well. But if you have a few more minutes, then please go ahead and get yourself comfortable. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Third, deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment, washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are, this unique expression of divine light and love. Allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscle in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit. As that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. However you choose to experience that. You could be at the beach, you could be in the mountains, in a forest, in the garden, or on stage. Wherever it might be, some place where you allow yourself to feel really good. Allowing yourself to feel connected to source energy. Looking around at the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance, and allowing yourself to know that, one, it's here for you as much as anyone else. But two, you are connected to it. You are part of this magnificence. You are part of this abundance. So whatever you look at and say, wow, that's awesome, it is a reflection of your own awesomeness. And as you allow yourself to see these things that you find awesome, Allow yourself to notice how grateful you are that it is here to be seen. I'm enjoying seeing this so much. I'm so glad I can see it. And again, it is a reflection of your own awesomeness. And there are people out there who will likewise look at you and your gifts and say, I am so grateful that I can see you. And as you think about that, allow yourself to be aware of any doubts or any old ideas about why that might not be true, why you couldn't or shouldn't believe that. Allowing yourself to feel compassion for the part of you that misunderstood, feeling compassion for the part of you that gave weight to the other people who misunderstood, who doubted your worthiness because of their misunderstandings, their own fears of unworthiness. Allowing yourself to feel compassion for those parts of you that have held on to this fear, this doubt, this discomfort. And allowing yourself to be aware of a very healing, loving light inside. With each breath you take, allow that light to grow and expand, filling your torso, flowing through your legs, down into your feet, into the earth, up into your shoulders and out through your arms, out through your fingertips, up through your neck and your head, until you're completely filled with this loving light and it just radiates out and it just melts away, pushes out and melts away those old doubts, those old fears. And allowing yourself to be here, shining your light and allowing people to see that light because the world could use more light. Allowing yourself to actually feel good about sharing your light. Knowing that by being seen and sharing your gifts and talents, you are contributing to the light in the world. And you have every right to feel good about that. And for whatever reason, there will be some people who may not appreciate your light. And that's okay, because there are so many people on the planet. And none of us is going to be right for everyone. But each of us is right for some people. And allowing yourself to be seen by those people so that they can feel that gratitude that you are there to be seen. And allowing yourself to feel good about that, allowing yourself to enjoy that. Because you can imagine someone that you enjoy seeing. It could be a musician, an actor, a speaker, anybody. And allow yourself to recognize how much you appreciate that they were seen. And you can imagine seeing them up on stage or wherever, and you're probably not hoping, boy, I hope they don't enjoy this. Their enjoyment of being up there sharing their gifts is one of the things that makes it so powerful, that makes it so enjoyable to see them. So as you share your gifts and talents, your joy of showing up is also one of the things that you share and that contributes to the well-being of others. So give yourself permission to feel more and more of that, allowing yourself to shine even more brightly, enjoying it more and more. As we go even deeper now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before. Feeling much more willing to be seen, much more willing to enjoy being seen, much more willing to enjoy sharing the gift that you are with the world. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up. You wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now go back down to zero, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all of these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to one, feeling physically relaxed. Two, feeling emotionally calm and confident. Three, health and well being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Four, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And five is eyes open, wide awake. One, two, three, four, five, eyes open, wide awake. One, two, three, four, five, eyes open, wide awake. And welcome back. Oh, you guys are awesome. Yes, this recording will still be here. So if you missed any part of it, you can come back and find it. In the description box below, you will find a link to Jenny's YouTube page. I'm going to put it in the comments here as well. Please, please check that out and subscribe because Jenny's awesome and take advantage of the resources that she has there. Jenny, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for being you because
Yeah.
you have been an awesome friend for a long time. And thank you for coming and playing in the sandbox.
Thank you, Brad. It's been really wonderful.
All right, everyone. I suppose we've kept you long enough. It's time to now go out and be seen. Share your gifts and talents. Please share your light to clear the darkness. And and we look forward to tapping with you again at some point soon. Take care, everybody.